Hello everyone, welcome to Lighthouse Stamping with Lorraine. Thank you for joining me today. Before we get started, the housekeeping notes. All the product I use and all the dimensions will be listed below. There's a link to my online store if you wish to purchase any of these products. There is a link to our Facebook group. We'd love to have you join that. And please remember to like, share, and subscribe and help me grow on YouTube in YouTube world. Okay, we talk today. Also, I want to remind you about the starter kit special that's going on through the end of the month of May. You can get for $99, $125 worth of product of your choice, free shipping and business supplies. And you'll also get for free all the new in colors, stamp pads, paper, designer paper, and Stampin' Rank markers. So if you're interested in becoming a demonstrator and would like to join the Light Keepers, we'd love to have you. Please send me an email and we can talk. You do not have to sell or, have parties or videotape or anything like that. You can just be a happy stamper and get a discount. So thank you very much. This is what we're going to play with today. This is some beautiful paper. It's out of a suite called Thoughtful Journey. It's on page 46 and 47 of the catalog. And I have not played with the suites. There's a lot of suites and products yet that I have, and more is coming this week. So I, slowly getting through it. But today I want to concentrate on the paper. And so I'm going to thumb through this paper because it's absolutely gorgeous. It reminds me a lot of that New Horizons paper we had a year or so ago. Just beautiful. This is one of them. I like this one a lot. I like this one too. They look like ponds or, snowy places. There is 12 different designs and 48 sheets. You get 4 of each in the pack of paper. So, what are we going to make today? Well, we do need our trimmer, so I'm going to grab that. And today we are going to be making a sympathy card. We always need sympathy cards, and I think it's important to have 1 or 2 on hand so that when you really need one in a hurry, you have it. And so this is what we're going to be making. Now, this is not my own design. This is a design based on a card I seen Jan Bead cards do out of the UK. I have changed a couple things to fit our card size, but that's what we're going to be making today. And no, it doesn't look, it's not complicated. I'm going to break it all down for you. So let's go over some of the card pieces we do have already. This is Pretty Peacock. This is 8.5 by 5.5 scored at 4 1/4. This is a piece of Boho Blue that is 5 3/8 by 4 1/8, and a piece of basic white, the same size. Of course, I've got an envelope sitting over here. And then we have Pretty Peacock. We have one Pretty Peacock. It is 5 3/8 by 1 1/8. Like I said, all these dimensions will be listed below. We have 2 pieces that are 2 5/8 by 3/4, 2 pieces that are 3 1/8 by 5/8, and 2 pieces that are 2 1/8 by 5/8. So the next thing we need is our paper. So this is the paper I decided we're going to use today. Okay, and now I have to decide where I want, what piece I want, because I need a piece that is 4 1/4 by 3 1/2. And I've been looking at this, and I think I want to take it from here, but I want to take off about a ½ inch off the top. So I'm going to go to 4 inches. And every piece of paper is going to be different. So I'll set that off to the side. And then I'm going to come back and take this to the 3 1/2 I need for my height. Now, we need 4 1/4, so you have to decide if you want to cut from this side or this side. I'm going to cut from this side here. And you need 4 1/4. I'm going to actually go at 4 1/2 because I've made this card a couple times, different designs, trying it. And for some reason, I always seem to be off a little bit on one end. So if you're off just a hair, it's just nice to have that extra little padding in case your measurements were off just a little bit. Okay? So we're going to start cutting. So this is essentially 4 1/4 by 3 1/2, plus a tad at the end. It's my safety net. Because I've actually cut this several times, and like I said, I get off every once in a while. So what we want to do is we want to make our cuts. So the first one is going to be at 1/2 inch. And what you want to do is set these off to the side and keep them in order. The next one is 5/8 of an inch. The next one after that, I'll move that in a second, is 1/2 inch. So we've got to keep our pattern in order. The next is 1 inch. The next one is 1/2 inch. The next one is 5/8 of an inch. Okay, we're getting harder to hold now. So this is where a Post-it comes in really handy. Put it in my 5/8. Just gonna stick a little Post-it right there to help hold it. And our last one is 1/2 inch, which I've added just a little bit extra there, but that's fine. That's what I wanted to do because I did not want to be short. So I'm going to dispose of that little piece, but that doesn't matter. So leaving that extra little bit on there does help. So anyhow, there's our pieces of art. We're not done cutting though, because we have to get all the heights. So the 1 inch piece is going to stay exactly the way it is. We're going to put that there. We're going to leave them all in the same order. We're going to start at the outside. So the outside piece, we are going to cut off. I could do it up here, but I'm going to try to move this so you can see it. When I'm doing little pieces like this, I like to be at this end. And we are going to cut off 3/4 of an inch off the bottom and 3/4 off the other end, and set this back over here. Now going to the other outside piece, we're going to do the same thing, 3/4 and 3/4. So like that. The next one is this one, and we're going to cut off 1/2 inch on each side. And 1/2 inch on this side. Just building a little pile over here. And so then we'll put that there, and we'll grab this one and do 1/2 inch. And 1/2 inch. Then the next one here, we're back to the other side. This is 1/4 inch on each piece. On each side and each piece. We're just slowly getting them so they're a little taller. And 1/4 inch. And 1/4 inch. So there is our panels all cut. And I'm going to just pick up these few pieces off my desk and throw them in the trash before they're all over the floor. All right, now it's time to get those Pretty Peacock panels. So we know I'm going to build it this way. There's the 1 inch piece. That is the 5 3/8 by 1 1/4. Okay. So next we have you just put these in order by size. This is 3 1/8 by 3/4 or 5 1/8. Then we're going to go to the 2 5/8 high. And then we're going to go to the 2 1/8. So they go like that. So the next job is to start gluing and leaving them in the same order. So I'm going to start at the outside here. We have nice little borders on this. And I put way too much glue on this one. Luckily, glue dries clear. But I do need to get it off my fingers. Don't put too much glue. Try to go easy on the glue. Now, you could use tape if you want. I just prefer to use glue because it gives you that just a little bit of wriggle room here. Just don't push too hard. And put that there. And I'm just working my way back and forth. You can go straight across if you wanted. And just keep on going, gluing these pieces on. What are you doing, Shasta? You're being awful quiet over there. I have to tell you something cute. Every spring, we usually get a little outbreak of sugar ants that get in the house. You know, they always come in when the first warm weather starts hitting. Well, that happened this week. And we have, unfortunately, I have black countertops, black marble countertops in the kitchen. That's the only place they ever go. And we know how to get rid of them pretty quickly. And we, you know, put all the stuff outside and did everything we're supposed to. And we use clean, Windex is a great thing to kill them. But anyhow, cats are notorious for hunting. And we've noticed that we haven't had hardly any spiders in the house since we've had the kittens. And they know better. They don't get on the counters in the kitchen. They just know they're not supposed to. Well, yesterday morning, I went out and I looked in the kitchen because I heard a noise. Both cats are up on the counter. They have found that there's creatures to be had, and they are hunting the sugar ants. I wish I had my camera with me. My camera was in the other room. I was laughing so hard. These two cats are like attacking the sugar ants. That was yesterday. No, day before. Sorry, day before. So yesterday, me and my sister are looking around like, we go out there, time we go out there in that black cabin, we're all looking, okay, where are the ants? Where are the ants? Gotta find the ants. Ever since the cats were up on the counter that one time, we have not had an ant back yet. I'm like, this is the best deterrent for sugar ants I've ever seen. But they were quite cute. They were hunting and devouring sugar ants, which won't hurt them. They hunt bugs all the time. I know they hunt spiders because we watched them. And they're really good. But that took care of our sugar ant problem. We didn't have many, so we figured they were just the soldiers looking for, you know, if this is a good place or not. Since none of the soldiers returned home, no one else came in. So that's what we've been hoping. We keep on checking every day, but that's what we're hoping. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and build this on this piece before I mount it on here. Okay? It's just a little less, it's a little easier. And you do need, how close can I get this? I'm going to move my board here. I'm moving my glass mat so you can see it. Because what I need to do is I need to line this up here. Because you want to use a grid. Use grid paper, use a board, whatever you have. You can measure, okay? So if I'm right there, my halfway point at this should be right here at between 7 and 8. And it's going to go right there. This is the centerpiece. But using a grid or something is really helpful. And then we're going to come up just a little bit here. Make sure I got about the same top and bottom. Make sure my paper's straight. And put the first one down. Now we're going to work to take this one. These are the 6 that are left. I'll take this one first. Now, you're going to have just a hair of a smidge of a border in there. But you also want to take and line up your picture. Now I'm going to bring in the other 2 pieces to make sure that I leave enough room that they will all fit on my picture. Because like I said, it's very small. There's my purple. There's my tree. Just leaving just a tiniest gap. And then this one. Like I said, you only need the grid just when you're getting started. There's that one. Now we'll put this one on. This is why this beautiful paper just works really great. Now I'm going to bring these over here, make sure I've left enough room, which I'm sure I have. Yep. Put that one there. And the last piece. Lining up. I'm not worried about this going up and down because if you're lining up the picture, it will be level. And that looks, if I can move this over just a tad. That looks pretty good to me. Just gives you that nice flow. Okay, let's go ahead and put this on here. You can put the base on. I just figured it's a little easier just to have one piece of paper than having 3 stacked up. Whoop. Make sure I've got it all straight. Okay, this is the inside piece. Now, I had the piece I cut off the bottom here. So, I don't want to put that big of a piece. I only want to put about 1 inch or so. So, I'm just going to grab my trimmer real quick, maybe 1.5 inches. I'm going to leave the purple up there. Yeah, let's go about 1.5 inches. And whatever piece you have, if you just have only a 1/2 inch, you could just use the 1/2 inch if you wanted. And I know it's too long, but I'll just cut it at the end. So I'm just going to put adhesive, not all the way to the end. Whoop, and drop it on my glass mat. And slide it down so it's at the edge. Boy, I dropped that too fast. There we go. Let me grab something to wipe this off real fast. I didn't get my usual wiper out here. It's not wet. I still didn't wet it down. I don't know why I didn't, but I didn't. So we got that. We'll just grab some snips. Just like that. And we'll put that on the inside of the card. Like that. And then we have to do our sentiment. That's what we're gonna grab this, grab that. I'm using, with Sympathy, I'm using Pretty Peacock. Just like that. And we'll grab our little cut and emboss machine. And I've grabbed, this is a die out of, oh, I didn't bring the rest of the die. Yes, I did. This is out of the Stylish Shapes. It's the medium-sized banner. Or you could just cut a banner if you wanted. And pop that right in there. There's our Sympathy. And then we could decide where we're going to put this on here. You could pop it in the center like I did on the other one, or we could pop it up over here, but I think I do like it right in the center. And I'm gonna use a couple dimensionals. Spread that across there like that. Now, I am not adding any bling or ribbon to my card. I'm of the belief that it's just my personal preference. When I see a Sympathy card, I don't think it should be blinged out and all decked out. That's a birthday card or an anniversary card. Sympathy cards are meant to be subtle and the words you send the person. That's my opinion. But if you want to bling this out and put ribbon on it, go ahead. That is your call. Now, the envelope, I am going to, I was trying to see if I had a big enough piece here. I don't think I do. No, I don't. I have a piece I cut off of another piece I have. So I'm just going to use this one because they all match. So you can mix and match these just fine. And I'm actually going to put it on this way with all the pretty colors. And I am going to use my seal for that. But like I said, depending on where you cut your paper, if you're going to do your envelope, you may not have enough out of one sheet. But like I said, if you have something you already made and had another piece, like I do, use that piece. It will be just fine because they all go together. And I'm just going to trim around this one. And usually I cut it to the right size, but this one I didn't because I'm just going to cut around, and this piece is still usable for something else. So, yes, it's not exactly the same, but it doesn't have to be. It goes with it. So that is the one I made today. And this is the first one I made. So, tell me what you think. I hope you like this. This one is Fresh Freesia and Blackberry Bliss. So, thank you for joining me today, and I will see you on Friday. Everybody have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.